Being a first-time home buyer is amazing. When you find that perfect property and you feel like you actually own something and you take care of it, you maintain it, you fix it up, you put the furniture in it that you like, and it's a happy feeling. The one thing that comes with being a first-time home buyer is being a first-time home seller, which is a lot more difficult than being a first-time home buyer. So let's talk about what it takes to be a first-time home seller and what you should do if you're considering selling your first property that you've bought to get the most amount of money out of that property to have enough cash to get into your next property that's bigger, different location, from a condo, townhome to a single family, depending on what your situation is. There is a lot of information out there on the internet on what to do, what not to do. Your most important factors are going to be declutter, depersonalize, and make sure that that property looks as close to as a new construction home when you walk into a model. Anyone can go look at models. They're always open during business hours, of course, different neighborhoods, different areas. So your biggest bangs for your buck. Let's talk about that if you do decide to sell, if you're a first-time home seller, to get the most amount of money for your property. Obviously, adding square footage, adding bedrooms, adding bathrooms is going to give you that big value boost. But if you just want to do minor things, it's making that property update your kitchen and update your bathrooms. Those are the biggest bangs for your buck to get your money out of that property on top of what you put into it, remodeling. The second next best is lighting. Always have upgraded lighting. Make sure your carpets are clean. Right now, the most popular type of flooring is LVP, which is a laminate plank, and it seems to have the highest durability and scratch resistant, dent resistant, and most of them are waterproof, which also is a great feature for buyers, especially if you're coming from a first-time home, for them to get into that home, because you have a first-time home buyer purchasing that property on the back end. So ensure that all those things are done. And if you can't afford to remodel or reconstruct that property to get updates and upgrades done, then make sure that it's at least decluttered, clean, get the carpets cleaned. Make sure that that property feels like somebody could walk into it and feel like it's their own home. Also, finding the right professional to work with. I hear this all the time. I get phone calls about this after being in the business for 11 years of, hey, I know we talked to you. I know you came out 6 months ago. We didn't use you because we found somebody that could do it cheaper, and we're still on the market. We have had 3 price adjustments. We don't know what to do. Can you come out, help us? The real estate business is not just buying and selling houses. It's also understanding pricing trends and pricing correctly to make sure that buyers feel like they're getting value when they purchase your property. So pricing is everything when it comes to real estate. No matter how hot the market is, no matter how bad the market is, pricing always matters and always wins no matter what. Also having a marketing strategy and different channels and to get as much eyes on the property as possible as well. But pricing is your biggest factor, and pricing right is going to be the difference between you netting a higher amount than a lower amount, because if you price up here and the market's here, you're always going to be chasing the market down, especially right now in the market to where we're having price adjustments, we're having high interest rates, so affordability is getting super low, which means that you have to be on the tee right away to ensure that you are not chasing the market down, that you are the first person to set the market in your area and in your neighborhood. Because if you don't set it, somebody else is going to set it for you, and then you're going to have to drop your price even lower if you do not price correctly right away. So make sure that you're finding a professional that's not just going to say, yes, I agree with you on that price, but actually have them show you what the property should be worth based on comps, based on data, and ensure that you are able to listen to their professional expertise, because it's very hard to find somebody that is a professional in this industry and will actually tell you, instead of just chasing around getting listings and then having them expire. So make sure that you find the right person to sell that property for you, that you get along with, of course, but also one that's not going to sugarcoat anything for you. Because being a first-time home seller is scarier than being a first-time home buyer. You got showings, you got closing, you got all sorts of stuff. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My name is Stas Manchek. I'm a licensed real estate broker in Minnesota, real estate agent in Southeast Florida. Both those markets do a lot of business in. I've been in this industry for 11 years full-time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at any time. Otherwise, have an amazing day.